I just wanted to come on here and offer some psychoeducational books that you can look into or maybe even buy on Amazon or any other bookstore to kickstart your deconstruction process if you haven't already, if you have been a viewer of mine, or if you are just kind of questioning the religion that you grew up in, especially a fundamentalist cult environment. I highly suggest these books. So let's start off with number 1, and this is one of my favorite religious healing trauma books. It's called Leaving the Fold, a guide for former fundamentalists and others leaving their religion. It's by Marlene Wynell, and she is a doctor. She has her PhD. I highly suggest this book. The next book I want to talk about is Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. This book is for people who have experienced intergenerational trauma as well as religious trauma. So there are some people who have experienced religious trauma on top of their family intergenerational trauma. Those are two separate wounds. They have very similar origins as far as dysfunctional systems as go, and there are people who have experienced just generational trauma without the religious wounding, and then there are people who have experienced the religious wounding without the generational trauma. So I just want to make that distinction. So if you have experienced any intergenerational trauma, this is a really good book. And I do want to mention that when you grow up in a fundamentalist cult and when you grow up in a dysfunctional family, there are a lot of parallels that co-occur together. So that kind of ups the ante as far as people who are experiencing mental illness or any other, disorder, because there is double layers of trauma there happening. The next book I wanted to talk about is When Narcissism Comes to Church by Chuck DeGroat. He is a pastor as well as a psychotherapist, so he does both spiritual and psychotherapy work. This book is super eye-opening. It discusses narcissistic systems, and this book really just, like, I was already deconstructing and healing a lot, for a couple years now, but this really opened my eyes into understanding how insidious religious trauma can be. Because when we think of religion, we think of, this place that it's a system exempt from any wrongdoing, and that's not true. There are systems of religion that are very powerful, very insidious, very oppressing, and can cause a lot of damage. So this book is a really big eye-opener as far as that concept is concerned. Now, I do want to mention this other book, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Surviving a Relationship with a Narcissist. And when we think about a narcissist, we usually think about a person. But narcissism can exist in an institution, it can exist within a family unit, it can exist within a person. So when we think about institutions, religious institutions, there are a lot of parallels that you can draw from being in a relationship with a narcissist and being in a relationship with a narcissistic system or institution like a cult church, okay? Or a church that is a cult. And then we also have this book. I am just starting it. It's called The Body Keeps Score. It's by Bessel van der Kolk, MD, and this talks about trauma within the body, somatics, how trauma plays out on a physiological and biological level. I will give an update of this soon once I finish. And then my very last recommendation that I just finished, which was super eye-opening as well, is called Christofascism, Healing the Evangelical Wound by Carolyn Baker. I didn't want to show the cover because it has like Nazi symbols, and I just don't want to associate with any like I know that the cover, the cover's kind of controversial, so I just wanted to put this recommendation there. I really hope you guys check these books out. If not all, if you could just check out one, that would be so important on your healing journey. I really, really do wish you guys the best of luck on your healing journey. I am in the process of getting licensed, collecting my hours so that I can provide psychotherapy to clients. You know, as of right now, I can't provide psychotherapy because psychotherapy usually includes a diagnosis, which only licensed therapists can provide, or associate therapists can provide with the supervision of a licensed clinical supervisor. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. I hope you have a beautiful, fun summer, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.